Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success.
I did that.
Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi, one of the educators here at Notary Educators, and this is my YouTube channel. We talk about all things notary and help notaries in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. to be the best notary that they can be and build successful businesses. I am here with Angela and Alexis. I will let them do their own introductions, and we will start with Alexis.
Hey, everybody. It's Alexis, Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. Also 1/3 of Notary Educators, and welcome to tonight's live. Hope you all are excited. Talk about some good things tonight.
And I'm Angela with AJ Mobile Notary and Apostille Services, and we are excited to be here to discuss this topic tonight. We have lots of information for you guys.
Yes, so tonight, guys, we are talking about signing services are not playing with notaries, and you should be very afraid. Okay. I mean, I ain't trying to be dramatic, but it's real talk, y'all. Signing services are done. They are getting tired of notaries, and we're going to talk about it a little bit deeper. We're going to give YouTube a few minutes to notify people. Welcome to those who will join us now on our podcast. In case you have not heard the word on the street, Notary Educators has a podcast, and it's on all the major platforms. Yay! Don't forget to sign up for our free email listing so you can find out when we go live. I'll say this a little bit later too. You do not want to miss the emails because people are missing the lives. They're saying they're not getting them, but you have to check your email. And sometimes we had a little concern that we don't give enough notice for the lives. Well, we all actually work, so we can't just sit and say, let's do it at 5 p.m. If that power of attorney come through, and look, power of attorney or free live, power of attorney or free live, we got to go do the power of attorney, y'all. So we actually all work in these notary streets, okay? So please sign up for the emails. We try to give you as ahead notice as we can, advance notice that we can, because again, we all three are actually working notaries, not just YouTubers. Hey, welcome to everyone that's joining us. We'll just give a few shout outs and we're going to get right into this topic. Hey, Lana, Gelada, what's up? Hey, W. Kirkland, how are you? From Missouri, and you got the email. Yes, Florida and Maryland also is in the house. So, guys, please sign up for that email, okay? The best way, because we do put it on Facebook. StreamYard advertises it for us there. And then also YouTube, but they don't notify everybody. The algorithm. I'm sure you heard that word before. Mm-hmm. So just in case you don't get notified, always catch the replay, okay? It's always up right afterwards, actually, because I post them usually immediately. I've never not posted one. So as soon as we finish on the end, you can see it immediately on YouTube, and it should most of the time be Facebook too, okay? Welcome to everyone joining us. Again, tonight we are talking about signing services are not playing with notaries. So yes, you should be afraid. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. So I want to read a couple things here. This came from a signing service. Okay. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on? No, Miss Hammy, it said 8 o'clock tonight. It said 8. What did your email say?
8.
I double checked it 3 times because I made that mistake last week. 8 o'clock. Hey, TT Shara, what's going on? Florida. Yes, I did say 8. I made sure I didn't make that mistake. I did make that mistake this week. Last week I put 7 in one space and 7 to 7:30 in the other. So we on time all week this week. All right, let's do it, y'all. So we all got this email. We all work for one signing company, but I've received something similar from other signing companies. But when I got it from this one, something on the back of my neck went like, ooh, wait a minute. Oh, it's 7 o'clock Dallas time. Yeah, it's an hour behind. Or we're an hour ahead. So yeah, I put Eastern on there too, though. I did. So when I got this email from this signing company, and they're usually, pretty low key. I love working with them. We ain't saying no names tonight, okay? So don't nobody get in the chat say, I think I know who it is. Because it could be any number of them, again, because I've received this email from several. But after getting it from them, so this is what they said. I got 3 paragraphs I'm going to read, but we're going to take them one at a time. This one says, effective July 10th, management will be implementing a $10 fee reduction for errors related to the notary acknowledgement section of a document. $10 reduction, okay? And they give you plenty of time to think about it. They're going to start charging you, the notary, because it's a mistake, right? So you may be saying, and we talked about this before, why are the fees so low? Remember a few weeks ago we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
This is why the fees are low. You're getting your commission. You're going right out there and start stamping, and you don't know what you're doing. And that's okay that you don't know, but you got to know. So you got to get some training. So ladies, what were your thoughts when you first received this email?
My thoughts first were like, people are not trained. They're going on assignments. They don't really know what's required, to do these loan documents. And it really, if you think about it, it's like unfair to the customer, because some of these people have to have these documents like completed because their whole livelihood and their homes are at stake. And so what I thought about is that people really need to make sure that they know what they're doing and not just fake it till they make it.
Alexis, what were your thoughts when you first saw the email?
When I read the bullet points, the reason why the reasons were that they'll take the $10 off. There was a whole list of reasons that they could potentially get knocked for it. I was like, we teach a lot of this in our classes. So what we think is common is not so common when you're first starting out. It takes time to get those little details. A lot of people kind of bypass it, trying to just get out there, but you need training and you need to double check your work. Very important. There's very small mistakes from the list. It's very small mistakes.
You said a couple of things. First of all, and I hate when I hear other notaries tell somebody, it's common sense. It's common sense. It's not common sense, as Alexis stated. No one's born with a bottle in one hand and a notary stamp in the other. And I know how to stamp. No, you got to learn how to stamp a paper, okay? I don't care how long you've been doing it. We got work notaries out there. They just been shoving papers in front of your face, and now you decide, I'm going to be a loan signing agent. It's the same thing. No, it's not. It's not the same thing, people. You have to learn the business. You have to learn the art of being a notary. Just like a nurse can no more wake up. There are people who fake like they're nurses, right? Because they love being around people and they can pass and they know a lot of stuff. They do, but they're not a nurse. And most of the time as notaries, you can't even fake it because the state has just said, here's your commission, $45, buy a stamp, get a journal, and go. That's not how this thing works.
But Kim, if people would read it's not even fine print, but if people will read the requirements when they get their commission, most states have on their website when it comes to the commission that they recommend additional notary training. I read that on so many websites. They recommend additional notary training. So to me, that means here's your commission. Now go get trained so you can take care of people's, legal documents in the proper way.
And you even said the NNA has that on their website, right?
They do. When you take the NNA's course, they recommend additional training.
Yeah, because nobody can give you everything. But what I will say about our training is real life. It's real life. When you leave it's so funny, guys. I got an interview coming out in the next couple of days that I did with with a student that I just had. And it happens in class all the time. And it's so cute and it just touches our heart. by the time we're like even 10 or 15 minutes in the class,
Mm-hmm.
people are like, I want to go notarize something.
Right.
I'm ready to go stamp, literally, because they've been, it doesn't take that much. It's not that complicated. When we say that, that's why we don't charge you $2,000 for training. It really doesn't take that much. It doesn't. So anyway, let's go back to the email we received. Okay. So now for those of you who are just joining us, we are talking about signing services are not playing with notaries. And you should be afraid. Okay. So let's get back to the email. So this is paragraph 2 that I wanted to read. I had 3. So I read the first one. Go back and catch it if you are a little bit late. Okay. Or on the replay. So listen, number 2 says, issues of this nature are the number one reason we receive rejections. And they were talking about the notary block. These errors, as Alexis already mentioned, it was a long list. It was about 15 different things in that list that they say is the reason why documents are being rejected. And now they're going to start deducting fees. Okay, let's just get into it. So then it says, these errors are 100% preventable if a quality check is performed on the package prior to shipping it back. So Alexis mentioned that earlier. She said, double check your work. But if you're double checking work that is incorrect from the beginning, it's still going to be wrong. We're not laughing at you, but I really want you to think about this. If you're double checking your work, it wasn't right from the beginning, you never knew what to put there, it's going to still be wrong if you double check it.
Right.
If you put your eyes on something that's incorrect, it's still going to be wrong. It don't change. If you have a cake pan with a dent in it, can you actually say, well, you know what? I know the dent is there. I'm going to bake this cake with it, but let me try one more and see if it's going to come out without a dent.
Wrong.
That makes no sense.
Some of these said missing. That was the key word, missing. Like, just missing simple stuff. Incorrect commission information. Like, you don't know your commission information.
Right.
Like, it goes with knowledge.
So it's either missing or you never knew you need to put it there. Okay. So you got to get training people. And I got a lot of slack. I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on to the rest of this paragraph. But one day somebody called me and I just left a bee in my bonnet. Okay. I was so upset. Somebody called me and they said, I know that sounded so country, but they called me and they wanted to go start their business. And they had no training, zero training. I recommended, they had received an assignment. I said, I really don't think you should take it. I said, I think you should wait until you actually have some training. Because if you take it and then it's incorrect, then you may not work for that company again, right? That person went out there and did it. They were successful. It didn't have any errors. So they got back in the Facebook group and they talked about me. They didn't call my name. They just said, somebody told me I shouldn't have taken it. Look at God, won't he do it, basically. Excuse me? You cannot be out there just want God do it and you don't know what you're supposed to be putting on that paper. Okay.
But also, Kim, wasn't there a person who had the opposite effect that went and did the notarization anyway and messed up?
I did have that happen.
Yeah. And it had the opposite effect.
It did. And I was sitting training somebody else and they called me with the whole barrage of what went wrong at the signing. And I was like, well, did you take training? No. And we always say that you cannot call us after you didn't accepted the assignment. You don't have any training and expect us to walk you through. We cannot, guys. Nobody can. And trainers and mentors and coaches, whatever word you want to put in there, get a very bad rap for that. There's no way I can do your signing for you and I have my own signing. Now, if you want me to train you, I could take an hour out my day and I could train you. You can get one of the classes, online courses, whatever you want to do. And it don't even have to be us. Now, we recommend us, of course, because we got you. But if it's not, whoever you decide to train with, you cannot expect them to stop their signing and help you with yours. And you've never done anything. I had that call with ink fingerprinting. Somebody didn't know anything about ink fingerprinting. They took a job and now you call me, you want me to teach you in 2 minutes how to roll something. I cannot. I won't even try it. I'm not going to even add that kind of stress on me. Right. Yes, Angela.
I just want to say, and we're the best.
Yes, we are the best. We are the best. Okay, we know that. And we're not saying it smugly. That's not a word. But we know how to teach and we love what we do. We're active working notaries. We say that all day long. I've actually notarized some of y'all documents. I roll up an assignment. They be like, oh, I was just watching your video. But anyway, let's get back to the email. So I want to keep y'all all night. So the next thing in the email, this is the same paragraph. It says the notary block is not completed correctly. By performing a quality check, it can save everyone a lot of time and money. Each time an error is made, multiple people, including yourself, must stop their process to have it corrected. This impacts you, but most importantly, it impacts our customers, lenders, and the borrower. Many errors in a package can delay the funding of a loan. So it's not even just you. So somebody call you. It's nothing worse than getting called, and it has happened to me. Oh, you missed whatever, or oh, you have to. And I'm like, what? And now you got another client waiting for you. You got to get the error fixed. I'm going to talk about that. They had one more note here too. So as Angela already mentioned earlier, when you miss stuff, everybody's affected. It's not just, oh, they can just fill it in for me. Because I've heard people say that, oh, they could just fill it in.
No, it don't work like that.
Oh, they could just get somebody else to do whatever. If it's an initial, you know, or you think you're going to fill it in yourself or get your cousin or your husband or whatever. No, you didn't already, you scanned it back. No. That's not acceptable. The documents need to go out 100%. And again, I'm going to let Angela and Alexis add their thoughts. But the paragraph says that you should check your work again, right? A quality check. But again, if you checking something that's already wrong from the start because you didn't know what you were doing, what good is that? What good? It's not going to help you, right? So you got to know what you're doing from jump street. Okay, Angela, what's your thoughts on this paragraph here?
So what I thought was interesting too, I think about, the customer more because they're affected the most. Well, the signing service is affected also because they're sending notaries out to notarize documents, and they have clients. So their clients see that they don't have notaries properly trained to do these documents. The signing service could lose money. But equally important is that the customer, they have a deadline of when the loan is going to close or whatever. And so you have to think about if it doesn't close and the interest rate goes up, or if it doesn't close and they may lose out some other benefits. So there are like a whole gamut of things that can happen that affect people that are customers or lenders or companies regarding these loans. So yeah, you should be nervous if you go to a loan signing and you don't know what you're doing, because it could really cause damage to people financially.
And let me hit one more point, and then Alexis, please feel free to chime in. The point what Angela just said about costing the loan signing company money. Sorry, y'all. I hit something on my phone. The point Angela just mentioned about costing the signing company money, we're not talking, they're going to charge you $10, right? But if they lose enough business, they could be out of business. A lot of signing companies are out of business right now. They are. And not because of notaries making mistakes, the market may be shifted a little bit, right? But if they get enough errors, it can cost them big time. It can cost them the client. So they exist because of the client, right? We exist because of the client and because of their client and the signing service. So without all these parties, we all work together. That's why I hate it when people talk so bad about the signing companies, because without them, we don't eat. Without them, they have no business, because they can't come from Alabama to do a signing in Georgia, or they can't go from California to wherever. They cannot. They have to trust us, and we have to trust them, and we have to provide quality work. It's a must if you want to stay in this industry long term. Alexis, what's your thoughts on everything?
My biggest thing is customer service. A lot of people, the process is long already from the jump. It's a long process. So when you get to that table with your client, it's like a sigh of relief. Like, okay, it's the end. So if you come back and some stuff messed up and it's just prolonging the process even more, how would you feel in that situation? So I'm just all about customer service and putting yourself in other people's shoes. So to avoid all of that, know what you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm going to read this last paragraph, and then we're going to take your comments and questions, okay? The last paragraph from the signing service, and it's for those of you who are just joining us, just to recap. We are talking about signing services are not playing with notaries. So yes, you should be afraid. Okay. When it comes to these errors that we are making. Okay. It says the last thing it says, please note, we do still expect you to have the error corrected, even if we have to reduce your fee. Refusal to correct the mistake could result in your removal from the company. Okay. So you can't say, well, they're going to deduct me $10 anyway, so they can figure it out. No, they're going to deduct you $10 and you're going to take another 2 hours and go get that initial you missed. Or you're going to take another 10 hours and go do whatever. Okay. That's if you want to continue to work with them. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I already know what the majority of notaries are going to do. They're going to say, oh, it's just $10 and they can figure it out because I got something else to do. Normally, our schedule is so tight. We don't have time to be running back and forth. I know I don't. And most of us do not. You know, sometimes you got this signing schedule just right and you have to go pick your kids up from school, go help your parents, whatever you got to do. But you sure ain't trying to go back home, get another copy, take it back to the client, and scan it back, all by 5 o'clock. And they already ain't paying you that much. So the average person going to be like, bump it. Okay. And that's real talk. But if you take that attitude, then you will not be working with them. Alexis, Angela, your thoughts, and then we can go to the chat.
Go ahead, Alexis.
Basically, when I was reading over it, like I said, I was in shock because it just shows me that they're kind of at their wits' end. So that just tells you how much stuff is really going on out there in the notary world, in the notary streets, in the loan signing streets. So just let's not be a part of that, and let's just do everything the correct way. And like Kimmi said, like we've all, made mistakes. It's a learning process, but we didn't have the training that we offered prior to, right? So just do the training. It's great.
And if you think about it, we're running a business. And so if your business is not getting signings, or if you're not signing something, company's not calling you, did you make a mistake? So when you're building a business, you want to have the foundation so that business can be successful. And so if you don't get the foundation of having training and knowing what you're doing, there are so many people that we coach or train and they're like, I'm just afraid, and when we find out their background, they're afraid because they have not had training and they don't know what they're doing. And so if you go on assignment and you're already nervous because you're not sure or you don't know, then that's going to make the job even more complicated, because when we're nervous or not sure of ourselves, you even have more room to make mistakes. But when you're confident and you're sure and you double check and do your quality check, you leave there knowing that I did that, I got that. And so that's why it's important, to make sure you know what you're doing, to have the training, because when you go in confident, you're less likely to make mistakes.
That's true. So I believe who's going to do YouTube and who's going to do Facebook?
All right, I'll do it. All right, we'll start.
Angela, you do Facebook, please.
Where do you want to start at?
I think the first, we're going to skip the salutations and hop right in there at 8:09. How about that? I like that quote from Tanya.
I saw that.
Okay, we'll start there. Tanya's Darkroom Society says, I just heard this very vital motto or quote today. Professionals don't rush. They ask questions and get the job done. Yes, I love that. If you have a question, ask it. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care if the person has an attitude. I do not care. I want to make sure it's done right. So I'm going to ask the questions. But make sure before you ask questions, write out a list of questions so you can get them all out. You don't have to keep calling. I will say that piece.
Let me add a caveat there too, because you do want to ask questions, but questions does not replace training. Okay. So don't go out there and sign up for no signing at these signing companies and figure, I'll just ask them some questions. Let me write out 15 questions to ask the signing company. No, training. Okay. Don't try to play that game, because they will know that you don't know. Believe me when I tell you, because most of them are notaries that started a signing service. Okay. So they gonna know. You start asking, let me write my 15 questions. Okay, can you tell me what go with the state? And can you tell me what goes in the county? And what goes where it says seal? They gonna be like, what?
That's
but I will tell you this. You may call and ask the signing service, questions. But when you get to the customer, you get to the table, if there's an attorney on the phone because you're in an attorney state and the client has a question, I will tell you this because I have experienced it more than once, more than twice. The attorney don't always know the answer when it comes to notarizing the document, what's to do, because I have had to tell the attorney what needed to be done. And they was like, okay, well, if she says like that, then that's what we're going to do. So they know the legalese of the document, but they don't necessarily know. And I'm not saying this about all attorneys, but there are some that don't necessarily know what your job is or what your role is as the notary to notarize these documents. Yes, they know documents need to be executed and notarized, but exactly everything that the notary needs to do. And they're not there always watching what you're doing. They're on the phone. And so when you're going through these loan documents, sign here, sign there, initial here, do that, fill out this paper, they don't know. The last one I had last week, I was asking, they were asking the attorney a question. She could not even find the document in her stack. And so when I explained the document to her, what it was, where it may be, she had the papers out of order, but that's not like downing any attorneys or anything like that. What I'm saying is that you're there because they also need your help to make sure this package is complete and filled out accurately.
And that's why I want to say again, we are a team. It's the attorney, it's the notary, it's the lender, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's title. We all work together. So all that us versus them, it's not. We work together. The attorney can't even do what they do. Some of them are notaries, some of them are not. So like Angela already stated, most of them are not notaries. They have a notary work in their office and they just shove something in their face and they know it needs to be notarized, but they don't know the whys. And that's why you do need to know that. It's not just let me go out here and stamp this paper. And some people will tell you, well, we teach you more than just how to stamp a paper. Well, guess what? They really don't. They teach you how to market. But you have to know the ins and outs. Why do I have to do this? You have to know that. And if you don't know it, you're not going to be able to do it. Alexis, let's continue.
All right. Next, we have Stephen Ballman. I'm going through the NSA with the NNA, and it is a lot of information to take in. I know how to notarize documents, but on a loan document, there's so much to remember and check and double check. Yeah, the NNA's course can be overwhelming when you are starting from ground zero. It's like, well, what is this? But once you get through it, retain the information. And if you need additional assistance, we got you as far as applying it to real life scenarios. Because I feel like it's just a lot of information, textbook information. So I feel like some notaries, I've heard from people who've taken our course that it's a real life example compared to the NNA's training, more so like textbook.
And I'm going to add to that, Alexa. The NNA training is great because it teaches you the basics. And again, if you will read at the end, I can't remember where in that course, but the NNA also recommends that you take training, because that's not real world. They teach you the basics, and you have to take that, in order to be a part of their loan signing and all of that. And that's the NNA is great, but they too also recommend that you take, additional training other than theirs.
And I do want to say this too about our training, Stephen. So what we recommend, and we've been doing this a little while, is you buy the minimum package from the NNA, because everybody, if you want to work with signing companies, they require the background check from the NNA, and they require the background check in your you don't have to get your insurance from them, but the background check is a mandate, and it's a test, which is 45 questions. Those two things must come from the NNA if you want to work with signing companies. But it's not required to take the NNA training. And we do offer the Notary Signing Agent course several ways. We offer it one-on-one. We offer it live beginning again next month. And then we also have a pre-recorded course that takes you step by step. And it's more like Alexis mentioned earlier, real life. So please be on the lookout for that. And again, many people have taken it in NSA training. That's notary signing agent for those of you who are new with us. And they still have to double back and take our course because it's nothing like a one-on-one live interaction with someone who's actually teaching you. Thus the term, we call ourselves educators, not just no trainer. We actually educate you. Okay. And there's a big difference. So we can take the next question.
All right. Stephanie said,
I said, or statement. Sorry.
Oh, Stephanie says the state of Alabama is starting a training before you get your commission in September.
I heard that.
Smart.
And again, just because they offer you something doesn't mean it's going to be, and I can almost guarantee you, because California is the strictest of the strict. Mm-hmm. They have 6 hour training, right? And we still have a lot of students from California. And they have 6 hour training.
That's funny. I never thought about that, Kim. You're right. We have a lot of California and Texas students. We do. Yes,
because of the way we teach. It's one thing to put a picture of a block there or a picture of something, and it's like that. It's like, what is that? It's Greek. It's Greek. You need somebody to explain it to you. And if that's what you need, that's what we're here to offer you. Okay. So you can take that training. Let me know how it goes in September. We're curious. And if you need to double back, or anyone out there, don't feel ashamed because you probably already bought another course. We had this conversation too recently. And as I always say, no training is bad, but sometimes it's not what you need at the time you bought it. So you spent $2,000 on a marketing course and you don't, or chat GPT course, or virtual assistance course, or business credit course, or what else is there? Proctor course, or any of these other things that people are selling, but you don't know your basic role as a notary, you got to double back. And that's where we'll help you. Okay. So again, not that those courses are bad, but it's just not what you need right this time. That's like I go and buy somebody a car, a teenager. He doesn't even have his driver's permit, but he got a brand new car out there. You can't do nothing with it.
Right.
You got your LLC, EIN, business credit, double printer, all this stuff, and you don't know how to stamp the paper. That's what you're hired for. Mm-hmm. They don't care about none of that. Nobody ever asks you, you got your EIN? You ever had a client ask you that?
And how's your marketing going?
Have you ever had a client ask you that? Do you have an LLC? They even ask, do you have a double tray printer? Do you have business credit? I have never had a client ask me that, ever. No signing company gonna ask you none of that. Now they may ask you on the application, do you have a dual tray printer?
I was a printer.
They don't ask you, are you an LLC? They don't ask you that. They don't ask you, do you know how to do chat GPT? They don't ask you that. They want to know, can you stamp that paper? Okay, next.
All right, Tanya says hello from South Florida. Hey, Tanya. Gelada Mathis says, if it's an out-of-state loan signing, I always add my state complaint notarial act. This also will prevent mistakes too.
I read that. If I may, Gelada, I'm just going to say this, okay? And this is for everybody because people are reading the comments. That is not standard practice just to start pulling out acknowledgments and pulling out jurats and replacing them, okay? If you know how to notarize 99.9% of the time, unless you're in California, you don't even need to do all that, okay? So I saw that, and if that's working for you, you continue that. But I just want to make sure we're clear. That's not normal practice. It's just start pulling out documents and replacing them. Okay? Unless you're in California. California's jurats and acknowledgments are very state specific. But other than that, you shouldn't just be pulling out stuff and replacing it. Angela?
And I was just going to say, just to add to that, and we know that there's no notary certificate or that's the same. And so we have notary certificates from all different states. So like Kim said, that's not, the course of business to pull documents out. How many people have got loan signings And even the company will say that when you scan them back, they have to be in the exact order that we sent it to you. So they want their exact documents, exact paper that they sent to you. So you have to think about that too, because they do look over these documents. So what if you change something, a notary certificate or something, and they don't want you to change that notary certificate? That's not the standard practice to do it.
It's not standard practice. So, but if that's been working for you, you know, you do what worked for you. But I just want to be clear, because it is in the comments and people do read the comments. That is not standard practice. Just to say, well, I'm in Florida, I'm gonna pull out any other state. I'm doing a loan for Michigan, I'm gonna pull out all the Michigan and put it in Florida. That's not standard practice. Okay. Next.
All right. Paula B says, I am afraid to offer loan signing because I have not been trained to do them. I am looking into being trained in Florida. I don't know, FLA?
Yeah, Florida.
So let's talk about that. So Paula, and for everyone else that is listening, okay? And we say this all the time. You may be new to us and new to notary educators or whatever, but we say it all the time. All of your documents are not going to originate from your state. So you don't have to look for Florida-specific training. We train all 50 states. And if you're a great notary, if you're a good notary, you know how to notarize anything somebody puts in front of you, okay? It doesn't matter what state it's from. All your documents are not going to be from Florida. Now, you need your Florida handbook, but you don't have to be trained in the state of Florida. We train all 50 states, all notaries in all states, how to be a great notary. Anything somebody put in front of you, you should be able to notarize it. And Marcel made a statement in Facebook. It was a couple months ago. I just loved it. It just made me like a proud mama bear or something. I didn't even train her. Angela did. But she said, I can notarize anything somebody put in front of me. I was like, you go, girl. She was talking to somebody. And I was just sitting, I was reading that, and I was just like, dang. And that's how you should feel. And I feel like that. You can bring me anything. I'm going to notarize it. I'm going to do the toilet paper. Remind me within the week, y'all, to do the toilet paper.
Yes.
A piece of toilet paper. Remind me, please. I'm going to do it live, y'all. I'm going to notarize a piece of toilet paper. I'm going to do it live. Meteor. I don't know what day yet because I got to get my schedule right. And my props. But you can notarize anything if you know how to, okay? Next.
Stephen was replying to me when I was talking about customer service. Said, amen about customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. W. Kirkland says, I would really like for signing agencies to pay notaries when payment is due, and we shouldn't have to ask to be paid. I've had 3 that I was paid after asking for it. Any thoughts on this?
Ooh.
Y'all don't want to hear my payment story.
Yeah, go ahead and tell it.
Long story short, I did a signing. I think it was a seller's package. It was so long ago. It was 3 years ago. But I didn't get paid for it. And I was hunting after them for 3 months trying to get this payment. And then eventually I had went back into the platform, the signing platform, tried to look up the signing company. The signing company information was changed around because it shows you who assigned you the assignment. Completely different than what it was from the emails I got on my phone. It was just a hot mess. It seems like the person, was trying to do some shady stuff and changed everything. They probably owed more than just little old me. But yeah, I never got paid for that. And Kimmi had told me, I was so upset. She was like, just write it off. So that's what I ended up doing. But that hurt me. It really, I don't want to say discouraged me because it didn't. I did signings after that. But it was just like, I took out the time, my day, sat over there for an hour, just to not get paid. And I had to drive and everything else. So yeah, payment is just one of those things. I feel that completely because I didn't get paid at all. and that
is painful. And that's painful, Alexis. Those feelings were valid. You completed a job and they stole from you. Exactly.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, you feel violated, because it was a violation no more than if somebody came and stole your bike or your car. Yeah. You did work for them and they cheated you. So companies like that, guys, they don't last long. So that's sometimes the cost of doing business. Fortunately, I've never had that happen. But again, it's the cost of doing business because sometimes they don't even have the money. So it's really nothing you can do. But I will say this, If you burn me one time, you're done. You don't get to say, oh, we're going to pay you next time. Keep doing jobs for them. Are you kidding? No. You get one time. And that one time, like Alexis said, I'll write it off on my taxes. But no, we're not playing that game. Well, we'll pay you next week. Like that little hamburger from the 60s or whatever. I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday if you give me a hamburger today. Not. I ain't doing loan signs for free now. You get one pass.
Really?
So to answer your question really quick, I would shoot them an email, make sure everything's in print, make sure you don't come out of character, don't cuss them out and all that.
Be professional.
Be professional. If you do have some kind of legal something or another, send them a demand letter. Hey, I need my money paid by XYZ. Make sure you've allowed them enough time, which is normally 30 to 45 days. Okay. That's called net 30, net 45. We go over all of that in training. We might need to. Do we have a piece in training about if they don't pay, Alexis?
No, we don't. I don't think we do. We talk about it. I know we talk about it.
But let's add a screen for that. Let's add a screen for that too. Just I have a couple of videos too. Matter of fact, I don't know if I have a video about that. I'm gonna create one. Now, let me write a note for that too. So let's add a slide to the course. See, this is good for us when we do these lives. Let's add a sliding core training thing about not getting paid. And I'm also going to do a video. I think I have one about that, but we'll see. Next.
One more thing. If you purchase my course, I'll add like a Word file, PDF file to the course, and you'll get an email just stating if they don't pay, just like a little, little something verbiage on there. And you'll get an email about the update. All right, next.
You just gave me an idea about something else, Alexis, because I can add a little PDF about something else we talked about earlier. Now that you said that. See, I gotta hear stuff sometimes. Yeah, that's a great idea. Girl, get it, Lexi.
And then they'll get the email. Whoever.
Well, no, your one thought though led me to that other conversation we were having. Oh, so yeah, thank you. Get it, Lexi. Get it. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Let's see. Where were we at? Okay, Steven says, thanks for replying to my comment about Miss Kimmi's general notary courses. So I'll definitely be hitting y'all up for the NSA training too. Y'all haven't let me down.
Thank you, Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
And actually, we're going to come back live and talk about what to do when they don't pay. We'll do that live. That could be one of our videos this week.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Psalms 55 says, great point. Oscar Perez says, notary is not a job. It is a career, a profession, but importantly, a business.
That's right, yes. Oscar.
Yes.
Yes. Sandy says, so true. Stephanie says, I will. Paula Moore says, spit them facts, Kimmi.
Yes, Paula.
Neil Young says, North Carolina also has a 6-hour notary training course. Lana McGriff says, this is why it is crucial to know what and how to notarize documents. Yes. Pink 706 says, facts. I just did a seller signing in Missouri and docs were from Pennsylvania.
Can I get an amen? Spain 706. Yep. So let me tell you about this. So for those of you who say I need state-specific training, I have to find me a trainer in Florida. I have to find me a trainer in Michigan. Imagine if she's in Missouri and she tell her client from Pennsylvania, oh, no, I only stamp documents from Missouri. I don't stamp documents from Pennsylvania. You have to go back there and get your document notarized. What? No. Right. Next.
Psalm 55 says, some signing service pay late, but I've noticed some notaries have no idea the net pay. So if the company pays out net 90,
I'm not working for no net 90 paying company. I'm not working for no net 90 paying company.
Yeah, net 90.
I'm not working for a net 90 paying company.
I'll have to read.
I don't think I've ever had a net 90.
Yeah.
I've had a net 45, and I don't particularly care for that.
No.
But if they gonna pay me in 90 days, okay. I mean, I might have to wait 90 if I decide to take that job. But after 90, we got a problem.
I'm not taking it.
I don't even have time to keep Making sure.
Look, I don't have time to keep figuring out who paid me 90 days from now.
90 days.
But again, that's going to be a business decision. So I'm not against net 90. I'm not. But again, it's not my preferred person I'm going to work with, you know. But I'm not against it. If they're going to pay me in 90, I'll get the money in 90 days.
I gotta be like not busy that week and not having no appointments, not doing nothing.
Okay, true, Angela. But you know, Angela know how to do them apostilles in the back of her sleep. So
that didn't happen.
she got choices. I don't know how to do apostilles like Angela. So sometimes I gotta take something else.
That is true.
Okay, y'all.
Unica Peters says, right. I just have them pay up front from that point on. Great. Thank you, ladies.
That's not always an option.
I'm about to let me know.
That is normally not an option. They don't be like, oh, shoot me a check right now. Yeah, that's not normally how that works. Let's just be clear for those who will watch the replay and read the comments. You normally cannot just tell the client, yeah, you need to pay me ASAP. That's not even how it works in signing service world. It's just not. You agree to when you accept the assignment and you click yes, you've already accepted their terms.
Yeah.
And normally you don't even see all the terms. You know what I'm saying? It's just a given in SnapDocs that is 30 to 45 days. Now seeing 90. Go ahead, Aaron.
The only people that have that pay me not up front, but as soon as I finish the assignment, or the same day or the next day, like if an attorney, I have attorneys that call me from out of state, or I have this one that's been using me recently. He pays me as soon as I finish the job. But as far as services and companies, no, I'm on their terms. It's not 90 days, but I'm on their terms.
Yeah, that's very rare that they will pay you same day.
Mm-hmm.
I even did a job for someone found me, and it was another signing service. She was a notary local to Georgia, but she had her own signing service. And she was like, yeah, I usually pay on such and such. And I was like, I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. But I said, okay. And she paid right away. But I didn't like it because she was like, to me, an unknown because she wasn't coming through SnapDocs. And I just wasn't feeling it, you know. But that little spidey sense went off on it. But she did pay. We had no problem, you know. So it's all good. You got to trust a little bit. And in worst case, if it goes wrong, you got to write it off in your taxes. That's what taxes are for. So, and I'm not a tax professional, but I am writing stuff off now that I never wrote off before, and it's legal. Okay. Next.
Yeah. One more thing. I had a client. It was a repeat client in the end, but initially our first interaction, it was for a nonprofit organization. I forgot his title, but the head of the organization asked me to come notarize literally like 50 documents. It was a whole lot of documents. So you know that price was up there. I mean, I was sitting at his dining room table for 2 hours almost. So he was like, well, he said the accountant will handle the payment. The accountant emailed me the day before the appointment and told me, yeah, we issue out checks. When she said that, I was like, I know how many notarizations there are going into the assignment. So I'm like, I know I'm gonna be here a long time. And y'all gonna issue me out a check afterwards? Y'all was in there sweating. I was so scared and nervous. I was like, if they don't pay me my money, I'm going to be mad, okay? But it was all good in the end. And
I remember that.
You know? And they would repeat after that. So it's all good. Sometimes it's worth, you know.
Yeah.
You got a bad feeling, don't let it go. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I remember that too. All right. Next.
Let's see who is next.
Nothing on Facebook?
No, I haven't. Did I come across anything?
No, not just a lot of hellos.
But it's
okay.
Later on.
Okay.
Chantel Anthony says, hi, ladies. I hear that new technology, Kimmi.
Chantel, I wanted to reach out to you, girl. Can you shoot me an email at notaryeducatorsllc.com? Because I wanted to do something for you. I don't know what it looked like yet, but just shoot me an email. Chantel was on here one night. My internet was acting crazy. And she was like, quit being cheap, Kimmi.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give y'all an update. So reach out, Chantel. Reach out to me. Let me give y'all an update on that internet real quick, because this happened today. I was going to call Angela and Alexis, but since we are here together, let's talk about it. So a couple weeks ago, my internet was going crazy. So I called Comcast. I was like, do I have the fastest? Whatever. They was like, well, your modem don't match you have your own outside modem and it doesn't work or whatever. So they sent me a new modem. The new modem came. Since it came, it is not even plugged in. I have not had no internet problems. However, I called today and I was watching something on YouTube, and they said, check your upstream when you're doing live streams, because there's a difference between an upstream and a download. Okay. So anyway, long story short, I have actually invested and I am getting business Comcast. It is coming. Yes, I'm getting business Comcast. It's only actually like $30 more per month. And along with business Comcast internet, I am getting a business phone line that will have its own separate number. So instead of using Google Voice, which actually sometimes you can tell that voice over is choppy, I will have a solid dedicated business phone line. So your girl is on the come up, okay?
Let me tell you, Kim, you are going to absolutely love Comcast Business.
I'm excited.
You're going to love Comcast Business. Because even when you have Comcast Business, if anything goes down, like whatever storm, they're going to be out here in the storm fixing your internet. Your internet will rarely go down when you have business internet from Comcast.
I have heard that for years. And Alexis, I actually have his number so I can give it to you. Because it's not but a few dollars more. And I also have Comcast cell phones. And they are going to give me a discount on my internet business, my business internet, because of the, it all goes like it's still a package. So now I'm going to have my cell phones with them, my business dedicated line, which I need for notary educators, and also fast internet. Like Angela said, when business go down, they out here Johnny on the spot, dedicated phone number, and I'm going to have a dedicated line. They're coming out Friday to install it. So Chantel, please reach out to me. I don't know what I'm doing for you, but it's going to be something. I was looking for you the other day, actually last week, and then I just got sidetracked and you back on here. So please shoot me an email, notaryeducatorsllc.com with your phone number, and I'll be back in touch. Okay. Thank you. And we appreciate your tips, people. When y'all give us tips, it's like it's one community. So we don't know everything. So y'all share with us. We share with you. It's like one big circle. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And we all winning.
What?
Y'all winning.
Next. All right. Next. Unica says, oh, no, the longest I've ever had is a net 30. Yeah. I am just being me. Hello, everyone. Y'all are so wonderful. I wish I could nominate y'all channel for #1 channel on YouTube, Real Talk. Keep doing what y'all doing, Kimmi, Angela, and Alexis.
Oh, thank you.
That's so sweet.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, we had a few people that asked us about the whole NNA Influencer of the Year thingy. I don't get into all that, y'all. I don't feel like all that. I'm not a politicker where I'm getting ready to be, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And we've had so many people say that about our channel, about us. And we greatly appreciate it. But I just didn't feel like getting involved in all that.
All right, April.
Congrats to our people that have been nominated, though. Ebony was nominated, Mark Wills was nominated, and Tiffany Miles from Arizona. So congrats to all the people that were actually nominated. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It is. April Whittaker says, hello, ladies from Boston, Massachusetts. I am checking in late. Hey, April.
Boston. I did have a student from, so I wasn't able to always say Massachusetts. So
Massachusetts.
I would say my student from Mass. So what's up, Mass in the house?
Cassie Bear 159. Hey, ladies. Unica says, you ladies are right. That is normally how it is done. Yes, referring to the payment. Okay, Facebook user. That's what I was looking at. And
that's Denise Green says, hello, do you offer classroom training? So we offer live via Zoom training. And if you are in Georgia, if you're willing to meet I do offer in-person training. Kim, do you offer in-person training, Kim?
Not particularly. I have one for you right now. Actually, she may reach back out. She's going to do a little bit more research. I told her that you do offer that for sure, because you have a location that you go to and all that. I do pretty well on Zoom, so I'm pretty comfortable there. We are bringing back the live training though, starting next month. We are bringing back live training in August, so please be on the lookout.
So she's in Chicago. So Denise, we offer live via Zoom training. One-on-one, and we'll have the group training coming back. And of course, we do have our online courses. So whichever one that, fits the way your training style is, the way your learning style is, then we encourage you to choose it, and feel free to, contact us on notaryeducatorsllc.com.
Yeah, the live trainings will start back in August. We'll have Notarize Like a Pro, A to Z, where we teach you how to notarize, how to build out your business. We'll have the loan signing agent course. We'll teach you how to do the whole signing at the table, how to interact with the companies, how to sign up with companies. Not step-by-step how to sign up with the companies, but we'll give you companies you should sign up and tell you what your profile should look like. Angela teaches the live apostille training. That is going on, I believe. She has one this month also. And those will be the 3 main live trainings that we're offering. And then we do have the ink fingerprinting, I-9. So just check out the website. I have not offered the ink fingerprinting live yet. I've been thinking about doing a live training for that. And the I-9, we did one I-9 training. That went pretty well. That was a long time ago. So we might bring it back and maybe do a dual session on both of those. I don't know yet. But for sure, the 3 major players, 3 major classes will be back up in effect in August. And we'll do a few more. We got about 5 minutes and we'll wrap up. Can we hit the last few, Alexis?
Yep. Unica says that would be a good video too, how we can prepare for tax season and what can be written off.
1 second. Unica, that video is already out. I put it out about 2 weeks ago. You can look at it, Google it on the channel. So go to Notary Life with Kimmi and put in taxes, I think. Or you can look for the thumbnail. It wasn't even 2 weeks ago, but I put out everything that I put on my taxes for this year, okay?
We got everything.
We do have just about a video on everything. There are over 400, guys. So if you have not watched all the videos on the channel, binge watch. And now you can listen on your podcast, Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast, okay? So we got you covered on all streams, all platforms. Okay,
do like I do if I find a series on Netflix at 9:00 at night. I stay up all night watching this whole series.
I'll be in your ear.
Be tired the next morning, but I stay up all night.
So yeah, you're gonna wake up and hear me notarize like a pro. Do you know how to stamp that paper? It's not that complicated. Questions equal money. Questions equal money. Questions equal money.
Get out of my head.
Questions equal money. Okay, Alexis.
All right. Trina says, thank you, ladies. Your knowledge is great. Although I am a notary here in Georgia, once I get started, I will be coming out the gate like a true thoroughbred. I will be investing in some of your trainings. Yes, Trina.
Yes.
Once you get it, you'll be ready to go. We promise you. Chantel says, all right. Jill Young says, I don't work for signing services. I like directs. Some of them tell me to invoice them, and I can pick up my check when I drop the documents off. I love that.
Oh, I bet that is nice.
Right.
That's not my experience in Georgia, though.
Trina, I am just being me says, Trina, you're in good hands. They are great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Lana McGriff says, congratulations, Kimmi.
Thank you.
Unica says,
oh no, I wasn't nominated. Just in case, Lana, I wasn't nominated for anything. I don't know what you're congratulating on, but on my new service, maybe.
Maybe you got Comcast.
Yeah. Maybe on my Comcast. Thank you, because I was like, I wasn't nominated, y'all.
Unica says, yes, Comcast is so worth it.
Okay.
Trina Marshall says, yes, you will love Comcast Business. It is great. I have another business.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to get it. They'll be out here Friday.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it because I have Xfinity everything now.
I have to give you his number, though, because I want my friend to get the referral. He was so nice. He stayed on the phone with me for an hour.
Psalm 55 says there are a couple of net 90s signing service but I was using it more so as an example. We have to know our net pay. Can't be CC the title company at 30 days if the payment isn't due for 45 business days.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. You can't start blowing up their telephone. They already told you what they paying. You can't call and say, I changed my mind. I need my money in 30.
No,
but
because
we told you. Look, but we told you 45 days, but I want mine in 30.
Yeah, that don't work like that. So I do have a whole video though on net 30, net 45, what it is. So check that out on my video. Sometimes play with the thumbnails because I don't always have the descriptions the way they should be. I'm gonna work on that going in the future. But check out the thumbnails and check out the playlist. So that would be an loan signing playlist about how you get paid. Okay.
And Chantel says, I told you, Kimmi, it doesn't pay to be cheap. So invest in yourself. Love you, ladies.
Yes, I'm investing in Notary Educators and Notary Life with Kimmi, and also None Better Mobile Notary because that's gonna help me some kind of way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Angela.
So Denise says, perfect. Thank you for that. Stacy says, very true about Comcast. So Rhonda Mackey has a statement or experience that happened to her that I'm good at these. I'm not bragging, but I'm good at these. She says, hi, ladies. How do you handle a client that calls you for general notary work and wants you to notarize for 9 people? This lawyer wanted to pay one price for 9 different notarizations. Told me everyone would meet at one address. I had a doctor do that before, had me to meet everyone at a restaurant, and I notarized 8 documents for 8 different people. I was hot and said never again. He lied, told me I would stamp 5 times. I stamped 16 times.
Ooh.
Well, Rhonda.
Your price would have changed.
I have had this happen to me more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. If I come to you or if you come to me and things are not as I expected them or as you told me they were and I quoted you a price, I have no problem changing the price. I will explain to you that we discussed this and you said you had these documents and this what the price was. But since you have 8 with 8 different people, then this is what the price will be. And even when people do that, though, I always still offer some sort of a small discount. And I said, but I will give you a discount. But I would not have accepted one price for 8 different people. I know probably I would have left first before I did that. Because he didn't give you the right information. He wasn't honest with you. So I would have recalculated the pricing for all of those documents.
Yeah, and it's nothing wrong with that. And that's for your general notary work, loan signing work, whatever. If the situation changed or the circumstance changed, they may call you. A signing service may say, hey, I need you to go 5 miles from your house. And then the client calls you and say, I need you to come 20. Now everything is renegotiable because now it changed. They tell you they got 2 documents, they got 20. It's changed. And I'm pretty clear about that too because I've had that happen before. So Angela is correct in exactly how to handle that. We did skip a couple things, Angela, before you went all the way down there. So if I hit those real quick, Alexis.
I don't have anything else.
She was on Facebook.
Oh, no, I know. She skipped our YouTube, though, and went down there. We skipped 855. Actually, on Facebook. Somebody said they're in Chicago. Somebody said,
we got that.
And then Chantel says, also separate your cell phone bill from your home bill because if you're late with your bill, everything gets shut off. So I don't even have a home bill. I just use my cell phone. I've had a home phone in 10 years. This will be new. Actually, almost 15 years. This will be new for me to have an actual landline. I
still have a home phone.
Yeah, I don't. So let's hit the last couple. Alexis, you want to hit those last 2, I think, and then we good.
I want to comment on this 9 people different.
Go ahead. And then
ask the right questions because people can try to fast talk you and say, oh, I have 9 things that need notarized, when in actuality it's 9 different people. So you have to make sure you're asking every question, that you can think of. Are you the only signer, etc. So just make sure you're asking those questions so you can get a full picture of what you're walking into. And Trina says, I will be there for sure at all the trainings. You ladies are making me smile and rocking it. Thank you, Trina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unica says, awesome. I will be sure to view it afterwards. Thank you so much. Lana says on the Comcast.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, cool.
Okay, I see. W. Kirkland says on apostille, is there any way to find if there's a need in my area? I'm in a city of about 10,000 population.
What city are you in?
Chantel says, hey, Miss Angela. And then Unica says, questions equal money.
Yes.
Questions equal money.
Yes.
And it's not that complicated. You heard it first here. So let's see if we can get an answer real quick from Miss W. Kirkland. But let's talk about that. Angela, can you talk about that really quick anyway? It doesn't really matter what city she's in. If her phone rings and she want to be able to handle it, what does she need to do?
She need to take training. So this is the thing, with apostilles. I would say in most cities, unless you're like I'm originally from South Georgia, even down there, I had a lady with the population of, I can't remember how many is there.
She's in Bolivar, Missouri.
So you have to look at what your, demographics are in Missouri, because if there are people from other countries that live there, then chances are somebody's going to need apostille. So you got to do your homework, check your demographics, and see what what culture of people live in the area. And if you want to call me and we can talk about it, we can do that. But check your demographics to see what cultural people are living in that area, even close by, because apostille is not, governed by states. I have one that I'm doing right now in Virginia. I've done them in Alabama. So it's not governed by, states really. So it may be very well for you, because it may not be that many people doing apostille. So if you have that service and people even close by, or people in other states close over the border may call you, over the state line may call you and need an apostille. So I would say check it out first and see what you think about, the demographics, and, make a business decision. If you want to talk about it, I'll be happy to talk about it further.
All right, guys. Oh, go ahead, Alexis.
No, I was just saying, and you might get clients from out of state. I've had people call me that found me from all different areas, wanting me to do things for them. So it might not necessarily be just in your area that you can get clients.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let's hit that last one from Unica. Says, here from California, I look forward to viewing more of your videos and taking your courses. And we'd love to have you part of the Notary Educators family. So, guys, we are going to say bye. Good night. Thank you for everything. On behalf of Notary Educators, Notary Life with Kimmi, I am Kimmi. Have a great evening. All things notary, check out Notary Educators, LLC.com. And then, Angela, Alexis, you can say your good nights and we'll wrap it up.
You all have a good one, good week, and we will see you all soon.
This is Angela, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this information today. It was very important because, like we mentioned in the beginning, these loan signing companies are not playing anymore. So we hope you guys enjoyed the information, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, guys. Good night. See you soon. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.